I lost my mom when I was 10 years ago, actually. It's been 10 years now. 23, when I was 23 years old. Went back to Joburg. She said she'll go for a mammogram and a biopsy. And then that's when she found out that she had stage 3 breast cancer.
Sure.
Then it became challenging because now we wanted to take her to Mafikeng. It was a plan in which we were going to take her to Mafikeng. But now I had to get, because now she was breathing using an oxygen. We had to get an oxygen tank. I had to organize all of that.
Welcome to my space. My life and journey is one of ups and downs. Life can be very challenging, but it's when we open up that we find our solace. Let's heal. Let's grow. Let's cry. And you know what? Laugh together. Welcome to Conversations with the Phumzile. Your girl next door. Conversations with the Phumzile, the girl next door. Another episode. You know, when we are here, we are bringing not the drama, just the conversations. So today, before today, like, subscribe, please share. And I would really like to see more comments coming through so that you can tell me who you would want to see and what conversations or what topics that you'd want to hear more from this podcast. And again, if you have a business out there, this is another platform where you can come, share your business, let people know who you are, where you come from, and where you're going, and then let them buy from you as we buy from each other. Let's make sure that we do that all the time. So today, the guest I have, that's when it's family. So today it's family. So I'm going to introduce, you are my sister. So you're my cousin, so yes. I'm not going to, we're not doing bio here. Okay. We're taking it back home.
Okay.
But thank you for joining me. Hello, Khebi. Who's looking so bright and beautiful.
Thanks, it's for me.
So that people know maybe what we're going to talk about. Why did you say, hey, I'm coming to your podcast? It's my time. I want to be there. Why?
Sure. Well, thanks for giving me the time, to listen to me and for inviting me.
Yes.
Or allowing me to invite myself.
But I think after, because we always had this conversation where I'm going to come and see you. We're going to talk about something and we will be on topic.
Yes.
Even before conversations.
Way before this started. So I think I was emotionally ready to just finally speak my mind, speak out. And I wanted to have a private session, but it wasn't as private anymore.
I know.
And it's been a long time coming. I think 2 years ago we did reach out and we wanted to come and talk to you and just share our journey and what we are going through. And when I say we, referring to my late sister, Thembi.
Yes.
So that's why I'm here, to just open up and
and I always loved our conversations because you would say, I have this thing. I want to talk to you about something. It's either it's bothering me and I just want your perspective or just somebody to talk to. Yes. But this is different. What I liked about your timing this time, I invited a lady called Rehurapetsi from She Speaks SA, and I was busy editing, finalizing her video, doing just the shorts, showing her that, okay, we are ready, but we're going to post in October, I think, because of Breast Cancer Month. And I met her. We did a podcast before at work where she was talking about mental illness, not mental illness per se, but mental wellness, holistic wellness, and how I loved our conversation with her to say sometimes we forget what we go through every day and it can get hard. And worse when you are going through it alone. Yeah. And sometimes we don't know how to stand in the gap for each other. I can call you at a bad time and say, no, how are you doing? And talk to that time you're going through the most. But we haven't spoken for a year. It's like, where do I start? So the easy answer is, I'm fine. I'm
Most of the time you're actually not, but because it's the easiest answer. That's how
Yes,
we
yes.
just say, yeah, that's how we answer. It's like, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Let's move on.
Yes. So, grief, healing from the mother wound.
Yeah.
I think you know that, okay, yes, we have the book that we co-authored, and some of the topics currently that are big in my heart and mind is healing. There's so much that is happening in families. It's either we're healing from sibling rivalries,
Yeah.
we're healing from grief where parents pass on, but we can't even be there for each other, or you grieve alone and all. Yours is different. And I think for me, it's been hard. I know I always wanted to be there for you. But I think the hardest part was knowing when and how. But the one thing I think I can safely say, at least you know that I'm there. I think I made sure that you know that I'm there. You lost your mom when you were young. Let's start there. How old are you? And how was that for you?
Sure. I wanted to say something else before I get into that. Congratulations on your book.
Oh,
And I love the conversations, the mother-daughter conversations. Those are so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to iron that out
Thank
before I
you.
forgot. Sure. I lost my mom when I was 10 years ago, actually. It's been 10 years now. 23, when I was 23 years old. My life was a very chilled life. It was just always the three of us, my mom, my sister, and I, moving from one place to another around Soweto, me being the last born. It was a very cool, chilled, when you're last born, you see a lot, you observe a lot, you see the fights, you see the ins and outs of whoever that's coming into the house. I had an amazing relationship with my mother.
Yep.
It was such a cool relationship. I was telling my niece earlier that when my grandfather passed away, I was raised by my grandfather and my mother.
Yep.
My grandfather passed away in 2007. I was 15 years old, and my sister was just starting varsity.
Oh, yeah.
So she was leaving that year, starting her first year.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was 2007. So that brought my mom and I closer because now it was just the two of us. The house was empty.
Oh, yeah.
Her father was
Also
gone.
just,
So now it was just me and her. And now we grew closer. We had an amazing relationship. And I was at that terrible teenage stage where
everything's everything. Like,
I did everything. But I was very quiet about it. And it was the coolest time of my life because even when I had issues with mom at home, my sister would always call me because she was at Res and she'd say, schools are closed, but I'm not coming back after a week, so you can come join me. And then we would have a blast. Like, we'd have fun. She'd take me around, take me to Pretoria, show me places, her friends.
you.
Yeah. Then when you go back home, but at that time, it was just me and her time. We should just say, hey, go easy on mom. You know, I think you also need a break from your mama a bit, and I'm stressed right now.
Okay.
So can you
also offer a bit of both for
Yes.
mom, taking you outside of mom so that
Yes.
mom can have a break from you,
'Cause
but also you.
Also me, I needed that
love
break.
it.
I needed to be away. So yeah, I had it. It was fun, man. I think just having an older sister that was always there, that also like a deputy parent.
Oh, yeah.
When mom was just tired. And
She'll step up.
Yeah, and I knew I could lean on someone else.
Yeah.
And then, sad thing happened when, my mom passed away when I was 23. I think I was doing my final year at UJ at that time. I remember that week. It was a weird week. So she left on a Monday. I was preparing for exams that week. She left on a Monday morning. So she always had this thing. I don't know what's with mothers. And I've noticed that I also do the same now with my niece and nephew. When you're getting ready to go to work, it's like you want to wake up the whole house. Everybody must know that you're awake. You need help with making lunch and just leave the child to rest. But you are late and you're blaming the one that is sleeping. Ni late, man. Yabana why late? Buhle vuka. Help me with this. Help me with this. But I'm like,
you late, girl.
I didn't do anything.
So she did that.
So she used to do that. Then the one morning I told her that, dude, when you wake up, do everything on your own.
Yeah.
I can help you the night before, but in the morning, don't wake me up. That morning she did not wake me up. That was the last time I actually felt her presence at home, but she was struggling with the gates. Then I was like, oh, there she goes again. Now I need to get out of the bed and go help her. And then that was my goodbye to her. Helping out the gates, closing the gates, unlocking and going back to bed because my exam was around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Okay.
And she left. She was working, I think, in Mpumalanga,
Yeah.
Limpopo. Then the Friday, the whole week we were chatting. Everything was fine. It was weird chats. You know, she was like, "Ish, I can't wait to come home." And I was also just appreciating her more. Kept on telling her that I'm grateful for the laptop that you bought me, and I can do my assignments. I don't have to bother people. And she wrote LOL. And this is 2015. I'm like, who taught you LOL?
Yes, girl. Yeah.
She just laughed at it, you know, because she wasn't much of an affectionate person.
Yeah.
Fast forward to Friday when I waited for her, and it was very hot. It was in November. I slept the whole day. Ngalala, even grabbed a blanket and I just slept. And then I had people knocking at gate and they just wanted to see me, not knowing that they wanted to give me like the bad news.
Okay.
And yeah, then they, you know, the one gentleman that she worked with told me that, Mama is not.
Mom passed away.
Yeah, mom passed away. I'm like, how? And she collapsed at work. I said, okay, let's go see her. And then they said, no, we can't. No, she died like on the spot. And I think I was, I was shocked. I was like, no, there's no way she's coming. But 6 o'clock, she has to be home.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a 2.5 hour drive from Mpumalanga to Joburg. So she should be here. So, yeah. And then it was a very tough one. But
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And you were young then.
I was very young then.
Then Thembi had to step up even more.
Thembi had to step up. But I also didn't want to be like, I didn't want to bother my sister that much because she had my niece then. My niece was 5 years old. Yeah. So I didn't want to be a burden to my sister.
But how was she then, you know, to you after that? Did she assume the role?
She did a lot. Yeah. And it was annoying because she overdid it. She wanted to be there for me. If anyone knew my sister, you knew my sister how she was. She wanted to be out and about. She was an extrovert, the opposite of me.
We share the same star sign. So
it was weird to see her like in that mommy mode. I've seen her in a mom mode with her daughter. But with me, it was like a bit weird because now she was
extreme.
Yeah, because she was worried about me. And how she dealt with it, she would be out and about, and that's how she dealt with grief. I wanted to be home. Yeah. I wanted to be on my mom's bed. I wanted to wear my mom's clothes. I just wanted to cuddle up and don't call me, don't text, don't say anything. Yeah.
And there she was checking on you.
She was checking on me to a point. She even bought me a dog. She would put me a dog.
I don't want this one to feel lonely and alone.
And then eventually she moved back home to be with me. And that was the toughest year. Because I haven't lived with my sister in a very long time. Now she's back at home and I'm with this person and clashing personalities now because I also want to be like my mom. This is how mama did things. Now she also wants to do things her way. So we clashed a lot. She dealt with it very differently. I should be out and about and I'd be like, please leave me. I want my own space.
Sure. Yeah. And you know, when we assume our parents' role, we always assume that we know our parents, but no child has the same parent. I saw this other clip that my daughter sent me, but I've seen it before. No child has the same parent. Yeah. And the difference, mom wants it like this. No, mom was like this. Yes. Because you experienced her differently. And then she experienced her differently. Yeah. Fast forward, then there's news. Thembi gets sick. She gets diagnosed.
Yes. Sure. Yeah, that was another very big shock. I didn't understand, you know, when people say, I've always heard older people, you know, our moms saying they're stressed and stuff. I didn't know what stress was until I think I was in hospital. Yeah. And the only person I could call to come get me was her. Yeah. And I tried to avoid her. I remember calling my one cousin, Ukaya. She was staying with me at that time at home. And because now she had to get I collapsed at work. Oh, yeah. After finding out about my sister.
Yeah.
So you collapsed? Because I collapsed at work. Yeah. So, and I had to get people.
Before then, how did you find out?
How did I find out? We went to Durban. Yeah. We took a little trip to Durban. And it was during COVID. Oh, okay. And December 2020. took a young trip to Durban to celebrate my sister's son's birthday. He was turning 1 year old. Went to Durban. We got to Durban. I could see when she was changing into a bathing suit to good time, and it doesn't look normal here. So I looked at her, comfortable changing in front of one another. Looked at her right breast, and it didn't look like a normal. And I asked her, what's going on? And she said, no, I don't want to talk about it. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy. Okay. And I said, no, let's attend to it. Then I threatened her. I said, I'm going to call her one aunt. This aunt, she's based in the UK. But as soon as she shouts at you on the phone, she's here. Yeah. So
like that.
But say, okay, we'll sort it out when we go back to Joburg. Went back to Joburg. She said she'll go for a mammogram and a biopsy. And then that's when she found out that she had stage 3 breast cancer.
Sure.
So over the years, it became worse. And I think she knew about it, but didn't want to tell me because she just had the baby. And she noticed that when she was breastfeeding, on the other breast, the milk was fine. But on the other one, there's funny things coming out. And I was pushing her. I was like, no, you must breastfeed. You know, when you're an auntie, like I was like, you need to do this.
Another deputy mother.
Yeah. Give him this, give him that. But let's leave formula. Okay. Breast milk is the best. And she didn't want to tell me that actually there is milk, but it's
because of this.
Yeah.
And then you collapse. Now you know.
Then now I know. This is 2021. After I also heard some disturbing news from work. Heard some disturbing news, and then I told my sister about these disturbing news, and then she said, "Oh, by the way, then I've got
confirmation
stage 3 now, confirming." I wasn't okay. Then my cousin moved in with me. I was and they could tell that no, I'm not my usual self. And then it just happened, and at work that I just collapsed, was taken to Mall Park, and I didn't want them to tell my sister, but my sister being my next of kin, they had to call her, and they called her. And they told us, so Thembi being typical Thembi. Magazong Landa is vedlel, uyang chika. What's wrong with you? I'm like, oh my gosh. And stress. And she could tell that, I think the news really didn't sit well with me. Yeah. So she tried to hide a lot from me, but couldn't hide much. Okay. Because I had to be there every step of the way and take her for treatments and all of that.
Yeah. How did that look like, you being now, I'll call you a caregiver because you are a sister. You can do sisterly role. But now this person is sick and there's a whole lot of other things, that comes with cancer. Yeah. How was that like for you?
I didn't see myself as a caregiver because I didn't know what a caregiver was up until like the final stages when she was that bad. Yeah. But I never saw myself as a caregiver. I just saw myself as a normal sister. A supportive
taking care
sister.
Of,
yeah, because that's what I do. I take care of the kids, bring the kids over. I'll take care of them. Yeah. You do what you need to do. Weekends when I'm around, bring them over. School holidays when I'm working from home, you can bring them. Or I'll come work from your house to take care of you. So I never saw myself as really a caregiver.
But
I was
just a sister.
helping her out. She was helping me out, Nami, when I was struggling with my own thing. So it only became really that deep right at the final stages when we all saw that
there's other things that you needed to learn. So now that you know that your role was now beyond being a sister, how was that for you, and where was the rest of the family, and how was the communication with the rest of the family?
It was hard because my sister, being an extrovert, a person that wanted to be around people all the time, she was the opposite now. She didn't want to be near people. She didn't want people to know what was going on. Before she started taking treatment, she boldly decided that I wanted to shave my hair off because I don't want to have the long hair and then experience the hair falling off.
Okay, I'll do it.
She just decided.
Typical Aryan. Control of everything. No. I'll control it. By the time it comes, I would have dealt with it.
Yes, exactly that. So she just decided to shave it off, and she looked so beautiful. I'll send you the one picture that I have. Oh, she looked so beautiful in that. With her necklace and everything, big earrings, makeup, eyebrows on fleek. She looked amazing. So that naturally we can get used to her when she starts losing the hair and all of that. So it was weird because family always wanted to be around.
Yeah, and they
but
wanted
she
to
pushed
know.
them away,
Yeah.
and they wanted to know.
And now you had to then be the gatekeeper.
I had to be the gatekeeper, which was hard and very unfair.
Yeah.
It was unfair for me
Yeah.
because I had to carry everything, all the emotions, it was heavy for me. And she selected the people that she wanted
To
to
see
see.
and speak to.
Yeah, she selected certain family members. She said, "This is my pastor, this his wife, who's our aunt, and our other uncles, and that's it." So none of her cousins that she grew up close with, none of her, maybe two of her friends, which were her colleagues that were there with her, now every step of the way.
Yeah.
And then other family, and I always feel that we're a small family, but we're actually a big family.
Yeah.
The rest of the family, no.
No. Yeah.
Her other friends, because she had like billions of friends,
Yeah.
it was like, don't come near me to Khebi. They mustn't, phone call
But
is enough.
it ends
Yeah,
there.
but it ends there. And I need to trust you enough to not say anything. And it was hard because you caught me on it at some point. And that was when things were actually really bad.
Yeah.
When I was on the phone with you and I said, I think your brother called you to ask you to check on us. And I said, I'm not allowed to tell you because she asked me and I'm respecting her at this point and I don't want to make things harder than how they are.
But this is what we are going through now. And
yes,
when we're ready, we'll talk about it. As you're saying, it was also, you felt that it was unfair. Did maybe the other family thought it was you, not her wishes? Did you experience
I don't know what they're thinking. I can assume that I think, actually, right after the funeral, during when we were preparing, that's when I saw that they thought that maybe I was keeping her. And I always told them that if you knew Thembi was such an outspoken person. She would tell you herself that, no, I don't want to see you. And she made sure that nobody knows where she lives. Your brother even knew a mistake because I think he was also frequenting that side. But she didn't want people to know.
And they were very close.
Yeah, very close. I think right at the end, it was weird when I was going through their chats. They're actually chatting these people. It's Lana.
Hey, like you
corner.
guys.
Yeah.
You guys had this thing. And then fast forward to her passing.
Fast forward to her passing. At that time, somebody said to me, "You're on autopilot," which was true. I don't know what I was feeling or what was going on. I was just moving.
Yeah.
I was just trying to keep this person like standing and alive. That's what. And shielding her, also protecting the kids because there was no way we were going to send the kids away. Yeah. She wanted her kids to be there with her every step of the way.
Okay.
So the only way we could get her out was taking her to my aunt and uncle, who have a church, and we go to church with them. That was the only way. Now, Kona, she started becoming very stubborn and saying, "Who said I want to go there? I don't want to go there. So I want to stay here and I want to be with my kids." It became difficult when the big girl, Ubuhle, had to go to school in Mafikeng. Then it became challenging because now we wanted to take her to Mafikeng. It was a plan in which we were going to take her to Mafikeng. Yeah. But now I had to because now she was breathing using an oxygen. Okay. We had to get an oxygen tank. I had to organize all of that. And not knowing that week when Ubuhle had to go to school, she was weak and very stubborn, didn't want to go to the hospital. I had to force her to take her to the hospital. And she said, no. As long as we can go to the hospital, it's okay, but they must discharge me by Monday. So that Tuesday, we take her to orientation. Take my daughter, it's high school, first time, grade 8. I have to be there. Yeah. Sadly, that could not happen. She was still in hospital. Sure. Then that day, as discharged, she was like, okay, I'm fine. Can I just get out? Mm. And she said, bring me a wheelchair. My still come fetch me now. And I'm still preparing, like it was my relaxation time at home. It's okay. I'm breathing now. I don't have to, stay up at night checking if she's able to breathe. I've packed for Butle. Butle is gone. Her father picked her up. Okay, that's fine. But let me. This please come fetch me. I'm ready. Thembi, they're gonna discharge you on Friday. No, I told them I want to go, and the nurses there and the doctors were like, she said she wants to go. Let's let her go.
There's nothing we can do.
She came home. That was in January. Stayed a couple of weeks. Towards the end of Jan, on the 30th of Jan, I could see that things were just getting worse.
Yeah.
We had a lady that was helping us at home, and she would always tell me when I was at work that it's not looking good. So I'd leave work very early, and my boss was very understanding to a point where I wasn't even going.
Okay.
And I was working from home so that I can monitor how she's
That
doing.
helped you a lot.
That helped me. It was hard. And that was actually this time when I was starting to look for help. External help, get a home or get a nurse, like a qualified nurse to come and help.
Now what caregiving is about.
Yes. And it was late. Those are the things that I hope I had learned much earlier, but I didn't know because Nai, being stubborn, she doesn't want anyone to tell her anything.
Yeah.
At that time, we're leaning honestly just on prayer.
Each other, yeah.
Then, and yes, correct, on each other. So the Saturday, my colleague friend from work wanted to come over and visit. And I said, Ish, we're not comfortable. I told you, Thembi doesn't want to see people. She said, hey, I'm coming. I called my aunt and uncle. They video called and I showed them that she's moving, but she's not really moving that well. And I even got her some what do you call it? A shake for her because she couldn't really chew or drink much, but at least she could
have
try
something
to,
in.
To get that strength a bit. When my friend and my other aunt arrived, they got to the house and they were like, no, she's not looking good. And I was grateful that they actually came. Yeah. So at that time, it was only me and the small boy, the 5-year-old, at home. So when they came, I was like, okay, great. They could see. They made that decision. We okay, let's take her to the hospital. This was the 3rd of February. We took her to the hospital, stayed a while at the hospital. Then they took her to high care. High care was just a bit noisy. Good busy, high care. Everybody is sleeping there on their beds, but the nurses are loud. Then they had to move her to a quieter place. And they explained that, no, she needs a very quiet place. She doesn't need all the noise. So they took her to the normal medical ward that we'd always go to. She was taken to that ward that Saturday afternoon. Sunday morning, I was very tired. So I thought, let me just sleep in a bit. I'll go. Then I received a call from the doctor. Then I started, because now, true caller, the name of the hospital. Like, okay, hi, how are you? No, ma'am, just checking if you're okay. Your sister's still here. When are you going to come see her? We need to talk about the next steps. We can't keep her in the hospital for too long. We might have to switch off the machines and all of that. Who are you with? And I said, no, I'm with her son right now. And I also got irritated because Uyenza did weird things. He wets the bed. Yenza never wets the bed. Like he was at that age where he could take himself to the toilet. Now I'm like, this boy, doctor, I'll talk to you when I get to the hospital. Let me deal with this right now. My best friend came over to help me because I didn't want to take the little one to the medical ward. She came over. And it's weird, that day, my best friend and I were now, because I think I could see that things are not looking that good. And the doctor also,
But
I think,
we
preempted
ignore those,
me.
But
My best friend and I actually said, when somebody passes away, what do I need to prepare? What do I need to do? She gave me all the steps. You need to call this person. You need to do this. Do you have policies with this? So
something in you was like,
let me just prepare. And I wrote everything down. And I said, okay, let me go see my sister. Went to the hospital. We were together at the hospital. The nurses kept on asking me, are you okay? And they hugged me and I just cried. I was like, I don't know what's going
this
on.
feeling,
I've just got this weird feeling. After here. And I sat with her and I started playing our usual gospel songs that we sang along to. And I told her a story about us growing up and how it was like with her mama. And then I saw like a tear coming down from her face, but she couldn't move. Just a tear coming down. And I decided to call my niece's father to tell him that it's not looking good. And he acted immediately and he said, you know what, the Bushle must come see Mamake.
Yeah.
And they drove from Mafikeng and came to Joburg. I stayed at the hospital for a couple of hours. Later on, I said, let me go check on my friend and the kids, and then I'll come back later. My friend left, went back to the hospital. Now I had to go through Yenzo because no one's going to stay with him at home. Yeah. And he's not allowed there. But I think the nurses got used to it. He just always walked in. They gave us that free pass, that leeway, that he can just walk in. We went to the hospital. My aunt was there with some other pastors from church. and they prayed for her. They prayed. And as soon as Uyenzo stepped up, she squeezed Yenzo's hand. Like she could hear Uyenzo. Yenzo was like, Mama, Mama, are you going to wake up? Please wake up, Mama. Squeezed Yenzo, Yenzo's hand. And and then we left. We left the hospital until the following day. The following morning, that evening, Buhle's dad arrived with Buhle and his family. They came over. They went straight to the hospital at night, around 8, 9, late at night. And they saw Thembi, and they came back. And I said, no, you guys can sleep over. We'll see her again tomorrow. The following morning, I was getting ready for my jog in the morning. And then I received a call from the hospital at 5:20. They said, your sister's not coping. Do you want to come? Can you please come see her? And I said, okay. Changed out of my sweaters. Asked Buhle's dad, do you want to join me? Can we go? Called my uncles. And that was the fastest I've driven to the hospital.
Ever.
The hospital was like 10 minutes away, but I got there in 5 minutes. By 5:30, I was there. Got to the hospital. There was no one at the reception. I ran. I left Baba Buhle there. I saw walk. Let me run. I want to see what's going on. Ran. There was no one at the reception to tell me what's going on. So I went into the ward alone. When I walked in, she was already covered.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, shoot. And then Buhle's dad walked in, and then he just broke down. He fell apart. I couldn't do it. I was like, okay,
this is it.
This is weird. And then Anabega said she was still very, very
so
warm.
It was
so
just
I felt
fresh.
It was just fresh. And I sat there. I sat there. Buhle's dad tried to comfort me. I was like, I don't know.
So you were numb?
Yeah.
Very.
I was very numb. I couldn't believe that this day would come.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But you knew it will come, but when there's like, it's not
the reality of now experiencing it.
With what you've gone through and see it, like you saw it every day and you were there for it, how are you today and how has grief been for you?
Sure. It's been 1 year and 7 months now. It's
still weird.
It's still weird. It was just, I was talking to her friend or someone last week saying that I feel her presence at home.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing or something that I was doing that made me feel Uguti. She's still there. Sometimes in my head, it feels like she's
away
at her house.
Yeah.
And I'm at home in Soweto. Yeah, or maybe we are just not speaking, or she's busy, I'm busy. It only dawns in, Uguti, she's really not here when I don't get responses when I send her a text.
Yeah.
It only dawns in when, I'm with the kids and she's not there. So, now it feels very weird. I've tried to accept. Okay. I've done a lot to heal myself but I don't know. I don't know if it's working. I don't know if it's working, but it's been weird. It's been very weird.
And you now stepping into the role of being mommy to Thembi's kids. You don't have kids of your own.
No, I don't.
You're not ready.
No, I don't.
You're still young.
I love them to bits. I'm happy with them right now. It's a bit weird. I look at my niece. You can look at her right now.
Yeah.
She's a replica
every year
of Thembi. That's all I see. Yeah. So she is somehow the comfort that I need when I look at her. But it's so scary how Ubuhle just looks so much like her mom. Her behavior. Uya Papa. Yeah. She's outspoken. Well, I guess it depends on the crowd. But she's just like her mom. It's a very weird one because I still consider myself as a child, an adult child, but I'm still so young. Yeah. It's a weird time, but we try our best to not make it
and be there for each other.
Yeah, we're there for each other, and when we are feeling down and sad, they know that okay, I'm feeling sad. Especially the little one would know. Would say, are you okay? Are you missing Mama? I'm like, yeah. I miss her.
Who takes care of you now?
God. God, it's God. But I'm very blessed to have amazing supporting friends and family. One thing I learned after my mother's passing, I gained a lot of mothers around me.
Oh,
And I could reach out to them anytime. At any given time, I can just call and say, I need to talk to someone. Not even talk to someone, I just need to be in a home where it feels like home,
okay.
where it's just a bit messy there. And you can smell stew and you can smell that. It smells like, there is like a grown adult here. So
Because home it's only you, and from mom's passing, you had now a child headed home, if I may say.
yes.
You just had to be
Yeah.
have this home because Thembi had her own
Yes.
life.
Yeah, she really
So it can get cold.
It gets cold, but if I isolate myself, it'll probably be for like a week or 2 weeks.
Okay.
But I'm very open. Like I'll call people and they'll say, "Oh, mntana was this is opposite," and I'll enjoy that. I'll go have tea. Or mntana Peggy was participating for tomorrow, and I'll go there. Or my aunt and uncle at church, just come and sleep over. Come be with us. There's a community at church. We are here for you. And they've been amazing. I think they carried me
Through
after
it
my
all.
the couple of months after my sister's passing.
They carried.
They helped me deal with this, and it was really not hard.
Yeah.
I think I was still numb even like 6 months after her passing, but they helped me. They taught me the word.
Yeah.
I remained very true to my faith. And I learned that God is actually very close to the brokenhearted.
Yeah.
I think that's Psalm 34. God is close to the
So you were
brokenhearted.
able to feel the word now, not just
Yes.
something that you read in the Bible.
True. And I've been very blessed. I did not succumb to depression.
Okay.
I got up every day. I went to work with a smile on my face. I pushed myself. I was dedicated. But when I was not okay, I was honest to myself and I would say, look, right now I'm not fine.
Yeah.
Right now I just want to sleep.
Yeah.
I just want to sleep. I just want to eat. Or I just want to go out. But also I learned that going out, having a good time, I can't do that. It's just too noisy out there. I can't be screaming, challenging the DJ and his speakers. So I was like, that is not for me. I come back with a sore throat. So I was like, no, that's
live it out.
not
Yeah.
me. Let me stay
So
home
you
with
listen
my
to all your emotions,
Yes.
physically, emotional, otherwise, soul, and then you just do that. Because I was gonna ask, like, what are the things that you are doing or tools to help you maybe understand your grief and cope with it every day? But I think you've covered
Yeah.
that you got centered.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you also talk about how you have this community, because it can be lonely. It can be very lonely out there. And
Yes.
some families, when there's grief happening, actually you pull apart more than, so at least you saying you have support.
You have, and they love it when I call because you're right. After the funeral, that week, people disappear, people go. But because
Picking up the pieces
it was
now.
very weird looking at other people, because some of them, they didn't even know how to look at me. Her friends, they didn't know what to say to me.
Yeah.
Her best friend, would always be on some, yo, Ngane. They call me Ngane, like, yo, Ngane, I don't know how you do it. Others just pulled back. Others decided to be closer.
Okay.
Others wanted us to be a family and be in contact. I'm very awkward. Sometimes I can, stay for 6 months without contacting someone. But it doesn't mean Uguti, there's love lost there. I'm there. It's just that I'm
You're
just
in your
awkward.
space. Yeah.
Even with my space. So you'll come to me or I'll come to you.
Yes.
Well, it depends on the time. Yeah.
Sure. We hear about cancer, people fighting it, fight the battle, others make it, others it's a continuous fight. And now that you are part of it, what have you learned on this journey, and what legacy you wanna create?
Yeah.
So now how are you honoring her going
Yeah.
forward?
I'm learning a lot. I'm
Yeah.
still reading. I'm still trying to understand, and I'm taking care of myself. I think that's the most important part.
Oh, yes.
To take care of yourself, take care of your health and your well-being.
Yeah.
When you feel burnt out or stressed out, it's okay to take a break. What I'm doing now, there's a friend of mine from work reached out and said, there's a cancer awareness run, or is it a walk now in October, on the 25th of October.
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure who it's hosted by, and they said, no, let's go. I didn't want to go 2023 because I was, taking care of my sister. Last year I didn't want to go. I was like, I don't want to know.
Not yet.
But this year I am. I even got a friend of mine to print out T-shirts with my sister's face, and with that bright pink.
Yes.
So I want to do like an honor walk or run with. I haven't told my friends, the rest of my friends, but like 2 people, and that this is what I want to do in honor of her. But testing yourself, going to the doctor, getting a mammogram, just checking and eating healthy. I think that's the one thing I can do to honor my sister, and to make sure that I live longer for her kids.
Sure. That's a big task.
It is.
So maybe just for families out there, if there's somebody who possibly now is in your position, where taking care of their family who's diagnosed or who's at the stage whereby really there's no fighting it at the end, what would you like them to take away from this conversation, or take away from your strength and things that you've done well? What would you say, if you are here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and when the stage when somebody passes, this is what you can do?
When you are caring for someone that is not well, the important thing is to always reach out to people that know best. So you go to the clinics, you go to, Google all the websites about cancer, and, you learn about that, you reach out, talk to people about it. But at that moment, it's also important, which I failed to do then, to take care of yourself. Because taking care of someone is a lot of work. You lose yourself in that. I lost myself, that I didn't even know who I was. Even after the funeral, I became sick. So it's important to also take a break and to let other people help you. I was also very blessed to have like that one aunt that would come every Saturday, one Saturday, to just say, take a break, go home, or go to a concert or whatever.
I'll take care of the kids.
I'll take care of Thembi. So it's important to remember yourself in all of that, because you also don't want to. I collapsed the one time I was at the hospital. I just took her to the hospital and I fell. And
like, what's the point of you are now down?
That's when I learned that I need to take care of myself. What am I doing for myself? So what I would tell the next person is, reach out to the community, reach out to the clinics and the hospitals. People are there to help. Reach out to family members. Don't, isolate yourselves thinking no one cares. People are there to if they can't, give you the money, but they can give you a contact. They can do something to help you, or they can guide you. So it's important to try your best to speak out.
So you having to be the voice of your sister, I nearly said the voice of reason, but it was not a voice of reason because you had to adhere to her wishes. Now, what would you say to somebody who is diagnosed and going through this, and they have their own personalities, and maybe they feel how they feel about being sick? What would you advise the cancer patient
Patient,
so that when you're on the other side, like you were saying, the one thing that you said, it was unfair for me to carry the secret while I'm also going through a lot, because now you can't even, but you have to carry somebody's wishes. Now to the patient out there.
Honesty is the best policy. You need to be honest about everything that's happening around you. What your oncologist is telling you, what that specialist is telling you. You need to be honest and talk to the caregiver or whoever, your family or whatever. You need to talk to them and tell them that this is what I'm going through. They told me that I'm at this stage, so that it doesn't come at a surprise. But I can also, empathize with that cancer patient, that it's not easy to talk about this. You don't want to tell your family that my oncologist told me that I've got 6 months to live. It's not easy. For when my sister and I were told that, we couldn't believe it. We're like, no, this person is talking nonsense. Yeah. So we think on the people that don't have, are experiencing what you're experiencing.
Yeah.
It's we don't know what's going on, and we don't know how to help. So it would be very important for you to tell us how to help, and also be open to the community also coming in and helping you, as much as you want to keep it to yourself and to just your immediate family. But yeah, just be honest as you can with everything that's going on, and try your best to be transparent. And it's for them, it's probably not easy to trust what the next person might do or say about me. So it's a very, very difficult and very sensitive one at that.
Yeah.
And yeah, but with these with this, they always recommend psychologists as well. We had a psychologist that came to us at the hospital and spoke to the four of us, my sister, me, Bushle, and the little one. And we had to have an open conversation about, this is the reality that we're living. This is how we're feeling. Can we have another catch up with you again to continue this conversation? So I think it's important to just open up and make sure that your things are in place and people know, that not people but your immediate family
Oh, yes.
know exactly what's going on and how they can help you.
Sure. Cancer Month, October.
Yes.
What can organizations do more for awareness so that things like this, you are here today, I think most people will learn so much from your story, from your experience, and all sides. And I'm glad that you took it everywhere. You've covered many facets. But what more can be done outside? Because after October, then it's done, moving right along. What more can be done?
I think those organizations are doing the most.
Yeah.
They are, when you go to, the one time my sister and I went to, I forgot the name of this hospital, it's in Krugersdorp. When we went there, they made sure that we are aware of what's going on. Organizations do go, it's there.
Okay.
The one time I was really feeling down and I wrote something silly on Chat GPT. And Chat GPT gave me a list of numbers to contact. So that shows that they are
The information is there.
The information is there,
Support
So
is there.
I think they are doing an amazing job. The guys that are at Helen Joseph, they're doing a brilliant job at taking care of their cancer patients. So I think it's our job, the people that don't even know whether we've got cancer or not, to get tested and be in the know, and make sure that we are also, contacted or in contact, I guess, with these organizations. I feel like they are doing quite a lot. They do go to companies. I think they do make arrangements. I'm part of the health and safety team at work, and I do bring it up here and there. I'm like, okay, guys, what are we doing? Can we try to do this? Can we, speak about this? Can we put banners around, or let's get the pink ribbons.
Oh, yes.
We get the pink pins and, just give them to people so that people are aware that it is Cancer Awareness Month. But they do talk about it in local radio stations. There are organizations that actually do go out and talk about this and make sure that people are in the know. So it's either you are maybe being blunt or being ignorant, or you just don't want to face the reality. You don't want to know what's going on. So
in a nutshell, people must not be scared to find the information, because at least it is there. It's not like any other.
Yes, times are different now.
Yes,
technology is easily accessible. You write one thing on your ChatGPT, it pops up, in a second. So yeah.
Sure. Last question: how are you keeping her memory alive?
At home, my niece can attest to this. Actually, even my nephew, if he was here, he would say that we've got her pictures at home. We make sure that, when it's her birthday, we do honor her. I did something cute this year. It wasn't an unveiling, but it was a remembrance on the anniversary of her passing.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Yes, so it was very cute. It was nothing deep. I didn't want like the old people and stuff there at home. It was just for her friends to just say, we remember you. We know that you are our guardian angel wherever you are. We love you and we'll never forget you. So I try to do the cemetery visits. I try. It's just not safe. Let me just say, it's not safe to go to the cemeteries. But the one thing that I did this year in February was to just remake her tombstone and have that remembrance celebration at home. People brought their flowers. We had candles, candlelights, just to say, hey, we're thinking about you and we know that you're here with us. But I think I talk about her all the time. I think even at work, I'll say, oh no, my sister did this. Oh no, I always talk about her. So for me, that's how I keep my memory alive. But to have her pictures up at home, everywhere, in my room, in the sitting room, in Buhle's room, in the kitchen, on the fridge, her pictures there. That's how we just keep that. And just the little things, the things that we do, just show that, okay.
I think with my brother, it's been about, I think, maybe 18 years. But that's exactly thing that I like. The exact thing that I do is his pictures are everywhere.
Yeah.
So that when I move to this room, I can see him. If I move to this room. So that's how I also keep his memory alive and speaking about him or to him. And because he died in a car accident, my fun or funny conversations are always in the car. When me and my phone, doing the wrong thing, chat and driving.
Which
and I would say, I know, dude, you'll be there and you make sure that I am not gonna, but I know it's wrong. But for me, when I get a or something and I then smile and I'm like, he was here just to quickly help me.
To help you with your steering wheel.
So every day. So I love that, keeping the memory and
playing her favorites, replay her favorite songs. Now and then, play her favorite songs. We'll go through her TikTok. You're like, we can't even dance at home, but
oh, sweet.
So we try. There's a favorite song, one song that my friend loves playing, my best friend loves playing, even Ubuhle. It's so weird. She just played Egamshoza. Abantu bamlaba.
Yes.
It gathered, it brought all her friends together. And we'd sing to it, we'd rap to those raps.
Yes, May. She also rest in peace.
That's how we literally keep her memory alive.
Sure. Thank you so much for being brave. I know we held it in.
We did.
We held all the emotions in, but thank you so much for sharing it so openly and so pure. And on my side, the question that I asked about, do you think people that or family think you were gatekeeping? Part of me, not that that's what I thought, but part of me was like, sometimes you want to go through what you're going through. Really, you have no time for everybody else because actually, guys, I'm going through this. And whether you were gatekeeping it or but when you said Thembi, for me, it is I asked the question. And so that I give you but I'm glad that we spoke about it. But it's so easy for families to start looking at you differently and not doing what they may be supposed to do, try to be there or reach out and do something, but they will say, ayagas chilang, ayagas funelang, and then they hold on to something that is not there, So thank you so much for being brave and coming here. And I know other people out there will definitely be helped by this.
For me.
Conversations with the girl next door. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification button because that will let you know that we have our next episode out. I'm in all emotions. I'm feeling, but we are here. Thank you. Continue to watch and the support. We really appreciate it. And with people now like Thembi who will say, I want to come. Now I know that there is the reason and a purpose for this podcast because I think sharing the light will even help other people who we might not reach or they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for me. It was amazing. Thank you. I feel so much better. I told you, Umbali, to bring tissues and stuff, and I realized that actually, no, I don't need them. I think I'm fine. But I think this is also part of healing.
Yes.
Talking about it and just being open and being true to yourself, it forms part of healing and dealing with grief.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Let's continue to heal. It's a wrap.